So listen, a lot of people like to bring up my past when I was scamming, you know what I mean? Bring up my history, saying you're a criminal, saying you're a scammer. So let's talk about it. You know, I definitely have a lot of haters that I'm noticing, you know, on Instagram and on YouTube, people making videos, talking about this and that. Now, if you are a Bandman Kevo fan and you watch my videos, make sure you slaughter these people, you know what I mean, for hating on me. Because I'm here to teach you, they're here to try to hate on me and bring me down. So, let's talk about, you know, my past. So, yes, I used to scam. Everybody knows I'm not embarrassed, you know what I mean? I came up, I did what I did. I could have been working at Burger King and you wouldn't know me right now. So, yes, I did scam. You know, early 2010, 2011-ish, I was definitely dealing with a lot of banks. Now, it's different types of scams out here. Like, you guys even know, the government scams, the legal scams, and the illegal scams. I was doing illegal scams, hitting banks, I was doing phones, I was doing a lot. I was making sure when I was doing scams, like, okay, for instance, if I was getting $10,000, right? Me and the person that I was doing the scams with, I was breaking the money down. So they would get half, I would get half. The only people that was losing was the bank. But the banks was not really losing because banks are all insured. Now, yes, people are out here scamming people, but I was not scamming people. I was actually breaking bread with the person that I was, you know, doing the finesses with the banks. We was finessing the banks at the end of the day with checks, you know what I'm saying, and debit cards. So I made up a lot of money with that. The reason why I made a lot of money because I was like, okay, I see all these people scamming, I'ma just pay these people. When I paid them, they went to go get me 5, 10, 20 people. So you do the math. If 20 people come and we was getting 10 to 15 to 20,000 per account, you do the math. While everybody else is scamming a one person and then they just getting a little 5,000 and waiting 3-4 days, I was making probably 50 to 100,000. That's the reason why I had so much money at the time. And when other people was coming around and seeing I had so much money, they was giving me free information, and I was taking that information and using it on the next scam and the next scam and the next scam that I was doing. Like, for instance, you might open up an account, right, with Verizon, and you might go get 5 phones, 10 phones or whatever, right? You might be greedy and you might take the 5 phones and keep the 5 phones and sell them yourself. Me, I will take the 5 phones and cash the money in, and I will give the person, whoever opened it up in their name, half of the money. They go give me more people. So I was always that type of person. The reason why I had so much money when I was finessing. So it was different types of scams that I was learning that you could do yourself, but it was much more harder. Those are victim scams. Anytime where you need like a profile and you taking somebody's information without their knowledge, that is like a very, very bad scam because you just made the person information, you took a victim, right? They don't know nothing about what you just did. They just know that they got phones in their names and banking accounts opening and stuff like that. I never did that, you know what I mean? I was doing Citibanks at the time, Bank of America, Chase, and I was having people open up an account and I was breaking bread with them. So yes, scamming is bad. I don't recommend people to do scamming, but you know, when it's be funny when people try to say, oh, you're a criminal, you're just a scammer, you don't work hard for your money and this and that. But they will get scammed by the white man, right? Okay, for instance, let's talk about this scam. So you work at McDonald's. McDonald's is making billions of dollars, but they're only giving you $200 a week. To me, I think that's a scam. You know what I mean? But you don't think it's a scam because in your head, they say that it's legal, it's a job. You get what I'm saying? So it's different types of things out here where you gotta think about like what's going on. Everybody had their ways of coming up. Everybody did something, right, to get ahead in life. I don't know what it might have been. It could have been in your head legal, you know what I mean, or illegal, but legal and illegal is something that was made in the courts by people. That was man-made laws, right? If they say that you're wearing this, well, I don't like how you're on YouTube making videos hating. If I was a lawmaker, I'll say that's illegal. So now you're a criminal. You get what I'm saying? So laws are made like that. So I just want everybody to be cautious and stuff like that. But in my past, like my scamming career, when I was scamming, I used to go hard, like anything that I do, you know what I mean? So when we used to go out, I used to actually, you know, meet people online, you know what I'm saying? I used to send messages. I used to like look for connections because people be like, man, bro, how can I do this and do that? And I just be like, well, I'm not into scamming, you know what I mean? Everything that I do is legit, you know what I'm saying? But if you notice one thing about, you know, getting successful in anything that you do, whether it's legal or illegal, you need connections. So you can know everything I used to know back in the past, but if you didn't have the same connections as me, you would not get successful. If I had a Chase banking account, right, and you know, in order to do it, I needed a check. And to order to clear it, I needed somebody who worked in a place that clears the money, right? So you might know how to make the check and you might know how to find a person with an account, but your money always got stuck on your account because you could never clear your account. So you was transferred and you're not getting the whole 15 off in one swipe. You're not calling the banks and raising the account limit up. You're not calling and raising the debit limit up. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff you have to know. So it definitely take a lot of brains to know, you know, about scamming. Scamming wasn't just easy. That's why a lot of people are scammers, but they're not millionaires. Or they didn't make a whole lot of money because they're like semi-rookies. They don't have a person working in like a PLS. They don't have a person that's making the best checks, getting them the best numbers. They're not even smart enough to even pay the person who bringing them the cards, because you just scamming the person that's bringing you the cards, when the smartest thing to do is just pay that person. But when you pay that person, make sure that they say, okay, bring me 5 more people. And you know what I'm saying? You got to make them comfortable. That way you know you got your 5 more people guaranteed coming in. You just smoking the person, you know what I'm saying, quick, and then now you waiting 5-6 days to get another move. So you making 5-10 bands a week. I'm making 50 to 100 a week. You know what I'm saying? So that was the difference between me and other scammers that was out here. They was kind of like on some smaller level shit because they was thirsty for that quick fix of that 5 or that 10. Scams that was out at the time as well when I was scamming, I can turn 1,000 to 10,000. Now, that was a crazy scam because it was impossible to turn 1,000 to 10,000. That was just a lot of Photoshop, you know what I mean, and a lot of just finessing. So this how it went. Somebody had $10,000, right, cash, off like a bank scam, and this is how they made an extra like 20,000. So they show $10,000 and say, man, I just got $10,000 of it. My homie just turned, you know what I'm saying, my $1,000 into $10,000. So if people seeing that and they seeing money all the time and they working their regular jobs and stuff, this is another victimized scam that I wasn't doing, but a lot of people was doing it. You know what I mean? But they was seeing people with the $10,000 showing money every day, and they was saying, damn, so they was sending these people thousands of dollars. You look up, you got $30,000, $40,000 because they really thought that they was finna get $10,000. Now, it was a lot of people, it was ways to do things. Like if you was on that, it was ways to do things. So if you really wanted to get this person, right? Some people was just like, all right, well, do a smaller level. You know, $100, I give you $1,000, right? So you might risk your $900. But if they give you that $900 back plus some, you feel me? You basically made your money back because you're like, see, I just turned your $100 to $1,000. Now you say, look, man, just put in $2,000, $3,000, man. See, I just now you finessing, you know what I'm saying? Now you finessing, they're like, now you know what? Fuck that, I got $5,000. Now you just flipped your money that fast. This was a crazy scam. It was so crazy to the point where so many people was going in Walmart and Walgreens and CVS getting vanilla gift cards and Green Dot cards. And Green Dot had to put out a whole security system like, man, listen, this might be a scam. This might be a scam. It got that bad. Like, that was like the Green Dot era, you know what I mean? So I used to say, okay, cool. If I'm gonna do something, you know, illegal, I used to always figure out how could the people that I meet make what I'm doing better. So when I used to meet people, I used to make sure that they was beneficial enough to make sure that I can make the most profit. So I was like, if Chicago got all these scammers, how could I be the biggest and the best? You know what I'm saying? So I knew that connections was number one. So I was just like, okay, cool. So I was always trying to like let's say if I hit the best car, I'm pulling my car in front of a bank. I'm trying to meet people in the banks. I'm trying to meet people here. I'm trying to meet people there. You know what I mean? And make everybody else need me, you know what I'm saying, that was around, because I knew that this person or that person wasn't thinking like me, you know what I'm saying? So some people, when they was getting accounts, they was just trying things. Me, I knew for a fact it was gonna work. That was the difference. They was trying stuff and I knew it was the fact. So when they was seeing me, it automatically, when you making a lot of money, money attracts money. So people was just coming to me like, damn bro, what I need to do to get in and get that? I'm like, man, watch out. You know what I'm saying? It's because I felt like I'm going over hard and I'm making sure that the bag's secure and they wasn't, you know what I mean? So listen, I used to get on the dark web. You know how everybody going there? I knew the dark web was a scam. I used to get on there and I knew people was selling things, but I knew it was illegal to be on the dark web. So by it being illegal, I was smart enough to say, most of this stuff on here can't be 100% A1. So a lot of the people selling old numbers, old tutorials, old methods. So I knew by thinking the way I think, I say, let me make an account and everything that I buy, right, I resell it on the dark web and make my money right back. So for instance, let's say if I buy 100 credit card numbers, right, I see whatever works, use them, and then repost them back on the dark web and resell them. Because most of the shit that you buying off there, you got like 30% of the stuff that's gonna work on there. You know what I mean? Recently, because at first they didn't have like good reviews. Back when I was doing this, they didn't have like reviews. Now, you know what I'm saying, you can probably get some reviews because the world has changed. They ain't just going to buy out any vendor unless they see the reviews. But back then they didn't have none of that. So it was easy to finesse all types of people that was just buying, you know. But long story short, man, I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people try to shame me about scamming. My whole life is on the internet. You know what I mean? If I cared about somebody saying you're a scammer or a criminal, you would not know me right now. You get what I'm saying? So I don't care. I use what I have going on to motivate people, to show people that's in the same field of my race, right, that anything is possible, whether you did crimes or you went to jail, you know what I mean, or you came from the very, very bottom, that you can still win. Now, you're definitely going to have people that's still out here hating and this and that, but as long as you know what I'm teaching, which I do teach wealth, I do teach business, I do talk about scams, I talk about different things, you know what I'm saying, what's going on out here in the world and the culture and stuff like that. I just dropped a lot of new stuff on my OnlyFans. Make sure y'all subscribe to my OnlyFans. I just uploaded some crazy stuff on there. So y'all want to check out my OnlyFans, Kevo Connects, Airbnb guide coming soon on Kevo Connects, Turo guide coming soon on Kevo Connects, and also the PPP loan guide coming soon on Kevo Connects. So stay tuned. Legal. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Bandman_KEVO. Bandman Kevo on Twitter. Bandman Kevo on Facebook, man. You know what I'm saying? Support. Turn on y'all live notifications on my Instagram, man. When I be going live, I would definitely be giving out money and stuff like that. Probably gonna give out a PS5 on my Instagram, so make sure y'all go to my Instagram right now and turn on my live notifications. Hit me up on OnlyFans, DM me, you know what I'm saying, if you have any questions about anything, man. My messages are finally back open, so I can chat with y'all on OnlyFans right now. Go subscribe to that OnlyFans right now.